And it is exactly this, sir. It is exactly this which I'm trying to address. It is not that the country doesn't have problems. We have to work together to do it, and we are trying to do it. But even as we are trying to do it, and even as the global agencies are saying, this country is suffering like that country is suffering with these problems, a third country is suffering with something else, and India is like this. It's a moment that all of us will have to be true to ourselves, rather than, excuse me ma'am, do you have a problem if I speak? There's nothing about warring here. I'm sorry, I take objection to that honorable speaker said. Because you are there in front of me, sir. You are there in front of me. Before I complete one sentence. Oh, thank you very much. The person who's mercurial in this house tells me not to be excited. I take your point. Mercurial. So, sir, it's important for us to, for all the members, through you, I would like to say, I'm quite convinced of every input given, and I think it's my duty to respond. But even before hearing me, if there's mockery, I will take it definitely seriously to reply those who like to mock rather than hear. So I would seek your indulgence on that. Sir. Sir, this is why I want to say this to you. When there can be interruptions which are serious, and when there are mocking tone coming from there, I reserve my right as a member of this house to reply to those. And if that is treated as dumpty, what should be the first one which comes? Treated as mocking or dumpty? Oh, thank you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be. All right, in that house or this house, Dada, you're always very keen on coming up with things which are not so relevant for the conversation.
एक मिनट, मैं सभी माननीय सदस्यों से फिर आग्रह करूंगा कि आप बैठे-बैठे टिप्पणी न करें, और माननीय मंत्री जी इनकी बेटी टिप्पणी को आप सुने नहीं क्योंकि कोई रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जा रहा है। और ये मैं अपेक्षा करूंगा बेटे को टिप्पणी न करें, नहीं तो मुझे नाम से पुकारना पड़ेगा।
I'm not a member of this house, but with your permission, I'm here because I have to reply, sir.
क्यों?
So the senior member, Saugata Roy, should probably take that into his, system. Oh, dear, thank you. Please recall your glorious days when you were trying to talk to me about onions, na? Recall those days, because you always had that approach to women in the house. Sir.
आप बोलिए ना, आप बेटे टिप्पणी मत सुनिए आप कोई।
Sir, the GDP of the US fell 0.9% in the second quarter, following a 1.6 decline in the first quarter, marking the start of what they call themselves an unofficial recession. There were some members who were saying, even Adirji mentioned, are we going into a stagflation? And will the finance minister please reply? I will first of all start with the last speaker, but the leader of the opposition here. There is no question of India getting into recession or stagflation. Adirji, you please be assured there is no question of us getting into either a stagflation or, like the US, they may say technical recession, whatever.
Please, Mani Sadash, please, no. No.
Sir, it is not just me, sir.
No.
A Bloomberg survey which was done by economists, sir, has said that zero probability of India slipping into recession. So it's not just me saying, there is zero probability of India slipping into recession, even though there are several major economies who are in substantial risky positions of getting into recession. So again, because we are comparing, start with comparing things which are happening globally and also position myself in telling about India. Bank and bank's health are equally important for looking at the economy and its situation at any point in time. Compared globally, 4,000 banks in China are reportedly on the verge of going bankrupt. I want that to be taken cognizance of by the honorable members. In India, the gross non-performing assets, the NPAs, of scheduled commercial banks has hit a 6-year low of 5.9% in FY22. So China, 4,000 odd banks are on the verge of going bankrupt and our NPAs are improving. Sir, again on government debt. Government debt is one of the important criteria with which you measure the economy. The debt to GDP ratio of many countries are in triple digits.